And thanks
Bye-bye.
again.
Bye.
Bye. And we will now start the next roundtable, and it will be about DeFi, decentralized finance. So let's welcome our speakers. Just give me a second to remove the previous ones because I cannot have more than 10 guests. If not, the stream will shut down. So we'll start by Neil. Neil, you cannot switch on your camera.
Can you guys hear me now?
Swap. Can you switch your camera or not? Yes.
Yes, I think so.
Oh,
okay,
great.
So now we are
it's
doing
better with the camera. Welcome, Neil.
Yeah. I see a lot of new faces.
Things improved.
Yeah, I got a few
Welcome, Neil.
minutes. Listen to the NFT guys.
Welcome. And we are also with Jack Change, with Javier. Hello. What's up?
Hi, Jerem. Hello, guys. Good to be here.
Welcome. Thank you for coming. And we are with Robert from Hatem. Hello, Robert. How are you?
Hey, not so bad, not so bad. How are you? Happy to see you all here. For some
Very
interesting
good.
conversation on the DeFi side. No.
Yeah, it will be very interesting. And we are also with Proteo. Hello. What's up? We can't hear you. Jose, can you speak?
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now yes.
Okay, perfect.
Welcome and thank you for accepting the invitation. And our last speaker will be Davey Crypto, Davey EGLD. Hello, Davey. Try to say hi.
Hi, guys. Do you hear me?
Oh, yes, but we have an echo. I don't know if you can do something about it.
Is it better now?
I'm not sure. Try again. Say hi. Say 1, 2, 3.
Hi, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, there's a big echo.
Okay, let me try to change the microphone.
Okay. In the meantime, I will launch the topic of today. So the main topic is DeFi salvation for MultiversX? The first question I will ask you guys, and you can write on the private chat to say just up so I can know who wants to start. And it will be easier so people don't speak over each other. So the first question will be about the ecosystem, because the DeFi ecosystem on MultiversX experienced a strong growth in 2024, but there are still many MultiversX users who haven't taken the plunge. So according to you, what's missing to convince the rest of the community that has not already dive in the different DeFi tools? Robert, you can start.
Yeah, so good question, actually. Knowing that we're actually coming, from NFTs mostly. So the last couple of years was dedicated to NFTs on MultiversX, and now for about 18 months we actually got DeFi on chain, and we start to play around with different stuff. I think there is still a lack of education on that side. So we could see, from the launch of our products, users weren't really aware of what's going on. They weren't aware of how to use the products. And I could clearly see that through, by the way I was posting and trying to teach the community about the products and the engagement I was getting for quite a small account. So clearly there was a DeFi appetite in our ecosystem, but, people had to be taught on how to feed themselves from it. So we advanced a lot on that side, I should say. We could clearly see the community being more aware of the DeFi side, coming up with strategies, using DeFi products, using Atom, using HashSwap, using OneDex exchange, and many others. And and then now comes another stage, where we're trying to educate the community even more, as you saw. So yeah, there's clear, like we still have lack of education on DeFi. But I think everybody, all the community, all the projects are actually working together to fix that. As DeFi being the salvation of MultiversX, I don't think there is, a clear category to, save MultiversX, or I'm not sure if it needs to be saved or something, but it will clearly help the ecosystem, to take the next step, on the adoption, I would say. So by, just building, the primitives, which I'd say we managed to build pretty well, like all of the builders in the ecosystem. We managed to push the first round of primitives on decentralized finance, having the DEX, having the pools, having the lending, liquid staking, soon a stable coin, now seeing all kind of cool stuff being done by all the builders. So we are advancing. Maybe we're not advancing at the I'd say the speed we want to, but I would rather have a slow and I would say intentional advancement in this. We know what we want. We know what we want to attract. We know how to bridge those users to our multiverse, to our ecosystem, because they want to use our products, which we invest time, money, and everything to build them in a safe.
Robert, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I will take you the mic for the next take for sure. Jose from Proteo, what do you think is missing to convince, just not outside of MultiversX for now, but just the part of the community that is not using DeFi tools on MultiversX at the moment?
Well, I think that something that is important to highlight. I agree with Robert that we built the basic pieces that are needed for next to the next step. The most important thing that I think we should do during 2025 as an ecosystem is financial, like money market efficiency. So what does it mean? That anyone that needs to borrow money, for example, to take a position, especially the whales are cross-chain. So forget about whales are on one ecosystem, because they are moving from one ecosystem to other. We need to an efficient market, which is difficult if you have like borrow rates of 25%. That's something that happens because we have currently pretty low liquidity. Okay, this is something that will change. I think that USH stablecoin and also Pro USD from Proteo DeFi, both stablecoins will help to boost liquidity. The stable liquidity on the ecosystem is like the next goal, to be sure that anyone that needs this capital can get it quickly with a good rate. Because sometimes we spend a lot of time speaking about the user interface or how to help the users and so on, which is important. But the most important is like the borrow rate. Okay, so if you have a very basic interface that is painful, but the borrow rates are good because there is plenty of stable coin, you will have tons of users. That's a fact. So first, the next step for me is this one.
Okay, thank you, Jose. We say Jose. How to pronounce?
Jose is good.
Jose. Okay. Let's go, Javier. Javier.
Javier.
Javier from Jack Change.
Yeah, to add some insight to what Jose said before, what's missing on the DeFi side is a bit of, it's like a mystery to me, because we have 2-digit APRs on Atom, so anyone can bring a lot of stable coins and generate awesome yield and great rewards. So that's a mystery to me. why is the liquidity not coming to MultiversX? So that's leading me to believing that the effort should be put into cross-chain and easy in and outs of liquidity between MultiversX and the other chains. But that's still a mystery to me.
Okay. Maybe Neil, what's your take about this? How to convince the part of the MultiversX ecosystem to try and to educate on DeFi?
You mean the existing community,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
okay.
we'll speak about outside just after, but I think there is still a great potential inside the MultiversX ecosystem, even before trying to reach outside, in my opinion.
I think it's related. I think they are related. They're not separate issues at all. I might disagree. I joined just a few minutes before our time's up, so I listened to a part of the conversation you guys with the NFT guys
Yes.
said. So I think I might disagree with a few ideas in there. So I'm sorry for distracting this, but let's go back to the question, right? I don't think that we can try to educate, let's say, 100% of the existing users to try DeFi. Some people are here for DeFi, some are for NFTs, some are for consumer apps, whatever. But the elephant in the room is that we don't have enough users on the chain. Let's say let's take a average number. Let's say 20% of users on any chain use DeFi. Of course,
So
we have. Let's say we have
think
20%.
we have the 20% on MultiversX, you think?
I mean, that's just a hypothetical number that I came up with, but let's say a certain number. I think the situation is the same on every single chain. Not everybody is going to use DeFi. So I think the biggest issue is that we don't have enough users. Let's get back to the conversation. I heard the NFT guy said that, okay, builders will come for the tech. I don't think so. I might have a different opinion. I think builders come for the users. I have talked to, I think, enough builders in the ecosystem, outside the ecosystem, and from our stories ourselves.
Oh, there's lag.
Can you hear me now?
There's lag when you speak. Yeah, it's better. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm in a hotel in Bangkok. I'm in DevCon, by the way. If you guys are around, I'm happy to chat. Yeah, I met quite a lot of builders for the last few days, and I hear the same story, that the builders come to the place that has users, and we can definitely see that we are lacking users. So I think if instead of trying to getting people who aren't interested in DeFi to get into DeFi, that's a very tough job. I think let's get people who are already interested in DeFi, but are not aware of the opportunities in the ecosystem. I think that might be the better idea.
That sounds good. Sounds very good. Davey, can you try again?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly. Yeah, perfectly. So what's your take about the existing MultiversX community? And after, just not to spoil, we'll speak, of course, about the potential outside of MultiversX ecosystem. But what about the existing community on MultiversX? How to convince, how to educate, how to convince them to come on DeFi tools and protocols?
Okay, so I'd say at the moment, based on the current community, let's say the possibilities that they have are mostly being taken. So we have a lot of users on Atom that mostly use only Atom, and the ones that have assets maybe have that deployed on Atom. So I don't know if we can optimize that, let's say 100% inside the community. But what I'm looking for is, let's say you have some problems you want to optimize for. So it can be high frequency trading, can be perps DEX, can be meme coins, can be whatever. The best, like let's say they have some specific thing that they're looking for. Maybe they want to invest in a token that is not possible in MultiversX. Like it all comes down to solving people problems. So some problems could be giving them something that is profitable. So it could be double digits interest on Atom supply markets. Can be, for example, low fees on unpaired DEX like Ashperp. And so we need, in my opinion, to evaluate all the possible problems that users have and solving them. And problems not in the sense of technical problems, but really, let's say, possible use cases that they have on other chains or they don't have anywhere, and optimizing or creating new solution to solve those problems.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. I think you agree about one thing. The potential on MultiversX is pretty much achieved. So now let's speak about outside. So from my point of view, the DeFi ecosystem is requiring a lot of tools and features. So what does DeFi protocols, tools, and so on need to convince beyond MultiversX to attract investors, traders, and so on? So let me know who wants to start this new discussion.
So yes, I can start. So I continue the discussion that I did previously. So being not in contact with the community, I see some problems that users don't have on other chains and they have on MultiversX. For example, like just naming some problems that we could work actively on solving. One problem could be, I don't know, I want to trade Bitcoin. I want to do that on MultiversX. Currently, I can't because the liquidity is too low. And you have two solutions. You can, as you said, optimizing the market, so increasing the efficiency of the market, so that even with low liquidity, you allow for efficient trading. Or you can increase liquidity. Increase liquidity is difficult. You need some great business development, great marketing. You need some strategy to attract liquidity from the upside. So it's possible, but should be going in parallel with some, let's say, disruptive innovation. Other problems could be, for example, bridging on MultiversX, which is low, which is expensive, which has limitations. Also, the added risk, like we have some added risk, for example, for native stable coins. For example, the ways that were mentioned in this session maybe are not willing. Like I had some conversation with some whales that have maybe tens of millions of dollars. They wouldn't they wouldn't go to MultiversX because they don't want to expose themselves to the risk of rapid tokens from the bridge. So all these problems, and I could go on for like hours, could be let's say tackled from a top-down approach. So let's say a problem that you want to solve, and then structuring a strategy step by step with the ecosystem and the foundation to solve each one of them. So this is like how I see it.
Thank you, Davey. Robert?
Yeah, I think David has some great points in there. I would add liquidity. Probably liquidity is one of the most important things for outsiders, which are looking to delve into new DeFi ecosystems. So I've seen like lots of people complaining about, oh, I'm swapping a BTC and I'm losing 25K on it. So that's a big issue. We need to increase liquidity. As Davey mentioned, we have an issue with, native assets bridging. You mentioned that for you, it's crazy that people are not, taking the opportunity for 2 digits APY on Atom. I think one of them is actually the bridging issue using wrapped assets. It's a new ecosystem. You also expect them to trust a wrapped assets, a wrapped stablecoin. It's hard to happen. So we also need to offer them new opportunities on chain. Like in the end, the DeFi user is looking for opportunities to earn yield, and you need to actually have all the opportunities to earn yield in a safe way, in a degen way. So I'd say with USH we could solve some of the opportunity issues. We could solve some of the native assets issues. And also, I think we are focusing a lot on Web3 users, and we're trying, to just steal users from other ecosystems. But I think even from our side, from builder side, just push more on, bringing even people which are not native to the blockchain and onboard them with the DeFi solution. I mean, it's all about this in the end. Yeah, building the new decentralized finance system. So you shouldn't build it only for a few people which know about blockchain. Just abstract as much as you can and try to bring those Web2 users as well to these products. How?
Let's be concrete, for example, because you point something very tough: how to attract Web2 users into Web3 through DeFi. So, for example, can you give us one or two, I don't know, advice to how to onboard Web2 users through DeFi?
Sure. I think autoscale was, I'll give you autoscale as an example because an yield optimizer and can create very easy strategies for everybody. So they can create, one-click strategies, one-click vaults, build on top of Atom, build on top of RSwap. As at the end of the day, those are the infrastructure that other products can use. And you just build a simple, look, legally, I know it's not so easy at the moment. They might have some issues, but build a website, just highlight the APR, sell the features, for the users, sell what the benefits that they can get, and basically allow them to generate interest on their USD without knowing they're using blockchain. Okay, just do everything in the background, have, an on-ramp feature, create a smart contracts to allow all the movements after that, and they can generate that API. Just go and pitch, I don't know, family offices, go and pitch big players, big users, like big people, with a lot of money, bring them on chain. But of course, for this, as you mentioned, we need, I think, most important native assets.
Okay, thank you very much, Robert. Neil, you wanted to continue?
Yes. Continue on JB and Robert's points. I think Web3 users are much easier to onboard. I think the user who have like $200 in his account is the easiest one to onboard. I'm not really sure if we are not capable of bringing existing Web3 users to the chain. I don't know how we can bring Web2 users, to be honest. So my take is still, before we think of like bringing family offices or Web2 users or who have a lot of money on chain, it should be our primary target to target legions. Those who have, I don't know, less capital but more willing to try new things. I think that's the easiest group to onboard. I think what we can do to improve DeFi right now, what I'm waiting for the most right now, is the shortened finality. I went out to a few ecosystems and try a lot of products these days. What I have noticed is that there are some things that we are really good within the ecosystem, but there are some things that we are worse than them. First, I have to admit that we have really good builders in the ecosystem. Look at Ashwap, look at Haytham, look at other DeFi applications. Just look at the UI. It's just, our applications look gorgeous compared to others. But when you use it, the 6-second block time and 30-second cross-shot block delay, that's something. And you need to shorten it out. So I'm waiting for that 600 milliseconds that the team is promising us. I think if we can get to that and we have some coordinated strategy, let's push really hard when that is live and like push together. And again, think about the reason why users need to try us out. But we have to provide a good experience.
Thank you, Anil. Maybe Jose, let's go, Jose.
Thank you. Yes, I think that going again to the bridge part, the ending the Axelar integration is key. There is a lot of use on Skid, router, and Axelar. So the team has been saying a lot of time that it will be done. It's important. I think it will help. Also, will help the sovereign chains. And I think that there are two use cases very important. One is EVM for sure. Onefinity is important because people is use it. to their MetaMask. They are used to using Compound, to using Aave, and so on. So they need something like, okay, I just switch. They are used to switch from Arbitrum to Optimism because the rate is bigger, and that's it. They should be easy for them to switch to Onefinity because the rate is better in Compound Onefinity, for example. So sovereign chains, I think, will be a game changer. And also, we are trying to simplify. It's not easy, but going to the words of Neil, which I agree, Web3 users is super huge market. I know Web2 is bigger, but Web3 is still a super big pie. So on Web3 users, what we are trying to do is like simplify things with ProUSD. So users that are not very skilled on understanding how the mechanism of a platform like Compound or maybe Atom, how it works. So we will try to create just like a simple product for these kind of users, Web3 users, without like all the complexities that sometimes we face at Web3. That's the main point of ProUSD. And for ending, I don't know if it's possible, but maybe try to integrate Wallet Connect. Wallet Connect is currently a very big standard, especially for whales. So products like Tangent Wallet, for example, only works with Wallet Connect. So I don't know if it's possible, but will be also very interesting to bring users to the ecosystem.
Okay, Javier, do you want to say something about this?
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up and get the question.
The question
Well-
is how to reach out outside of MultiversX, how to convince people to come to MultiversX for the yield, the tools, the protocols, and what are the barrier of entry?
Yeah, still there's like physical barriers. We talked before about bridging, which is not easy. And still it remains a mystery to me that we don't see, for example, a lot of DEXs like we've seen on the PancakeSwap years ago. I mean, we have a lot of open source primitives that could be deployed by anybody with just skills to UI skills, I mean. Yeah, my message is like still a mystery to me. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. We are pushing hard and we are keeping building and trying to work with each other, but yeah, I don't have the answer right now.
I think we have everything with all of you guys. Thank you very much again. My last question will be about the foundation, like for every roundtable today, because unfortunately we have no one from MultiversX Foundation on this conference, but it's okay. So my last question will be, what can the foundation do to get the DeFi ecosystems off the ground beyond the existing community? So you talked about bridge. So maybe can you guys list the different barrier of entry that is up to the foundation to fix? Who wants to start?
Well, I can start.
Sure, let's go.
Maybe two important points are the ending the accelerar bridge, as I said, and also the finality, the block time, like Neil has said. So I
Just
think
to focus on each, if you want. So accelerar Last tweet I saw about it is it's ready from the foundation part, but they are waiting for Axelar part. I don't know if you have any news from this post that lasts from a month now, 1 or 2 or 3, I don't remember. No, you don't have any news about this?
No.
Okay. We also read an email sent by Lucian a few months ago about layer 0. I don't know if you have any information, because it can be interesting in terms of interoperability also.
I'm not aware of any ETA on that part, unfortunately.
Okay. Maybe let's speak about the bridge. I saw a tweet about the bridge v3. So what are the new features, and in what extent is it better? Is someone here maybe can explain something about that? Maybe it can help to attract liquidity on MultiversX. No, the bridge v3. No. Okay.
I think the idea of bridge v3 is it enables you to do some action on the chain when you bridge out, bridge in. So for example, you can, let's say you bridge from BSC to MultiversX. Let's say from ETH, you can send it to the bridge with some command, and then let's say it goes on a swap aggregator, for example, and then it swaps your ETH to Ego, and you receive Ego on the chain instead of like receive ETH and then go on an exchange and swap it to BSC. One very cool thing that you can do with it is, for example, you are on the chain, you use exporter, you can directly deposit it into Hatem and earn yield instead of bridge it, learn how to use the chain, and then go on to Hatem and deposit. You can do it in one click in the exporter app.
Okay, sounds good. Maybe last.
If I can add something, like
go. We had some very good discussion about this, so maybe you have something to say about the role and maybe what the foundation can do to make the DeFi ecosystem grow. Let's go, Davey.
Let's say in general and shortly, we see other chains that somehow did probably a better job, maybe because of VC's help, maybe because of I don't know what, but they succeeded in creating a better awareness and credibility for the chain. I think this is really important to build some credibility for the chain, because even if we come to let's say create something that is attractive for the other degen players or crypto users in general, I think most of them maybe didn't come to MultiversX even when they had some interesting opportunities. Could be, for example, the attractive APRs or APY on Atom is the credibility of the chain. So even myself, if I were to discover some incredible attractive opportunities in some X chain, I probably wouldn't go there if I don't know the chain, if I don't trust the chain. At the end, it's assets. I don't know if they're safe. I don't know who those guys are. Why should I trust this? And I don't know how to solve that. Probably a lot of work in communication, a lot of work in marketing. Some chains are trying to solve this by, for example, doing integrations in famous wallets, so MetaMask, or can be Backpack or Phantom Wallet or whatever. Could be some abstraction chain solutions, like, for example, Ika on Sui, for example, near abstraction layer that basically allow users to interact with other blockchains without leaving the blockchain. So all the interactions abstracted. And talking on another thing, for integrating Web2 users, I'm deadly sure that we can't realistically reach mass adoption or attract any meaningful adoption in crypto if we don't have a privacy layer. Because I don't see in any way traditional finance being replaced by decentralized finance if we don't have any privacy, say privacy transactions or privacy protections for users. Like, it's something that I don't see, and it's something that, for this reason, I see blockchains working on at least until the, let's say, in max 5 to 10 years. And I don't know if MultiversX is already working on this, but I tried to send them some research.
Thank you very much, Davey.
But
Thank
okay.
you. Thank you very much. Sorry to interrupt, but we need to close this roundtable. Thank you very much, everybody. Neil, Javier, Jose, Robert, and David. Thank you very much for your takes. I wish you all the best for your projects, of course. And yeah, let's meet again for another DeFi roundtable later. Take care of yourself. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers,
Thank
guys. Have a good
Bye,
one.
guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much.